So I guess we
Yeah.
could start off with Frankenstein. I'll read
Yeah.
the synopsis here. So only monsters play God. Dr. Victor Frankenstein, a brilliant but egotistical scientist, brings a creature to life in a monstrous experiment that ultimately leads to the undoing of both the creator and his tragic creation. So I think we're both pretty big fans of Guillermo, I would
Yeah.
say.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you've
Hmm.
seen like a lot of his movies, but definitely like Hellboy, Hellboy 2 you've seen obviously.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
Pinocchio was great. That was his last one before this.
yeah.
Um but yeah, just the idea of Guillermo del Toro and Frankenstein, it's like a match made in heaven. This is what he
Hmm.
likes.
Yeah.
And just his like attention to detail and the commitment to his craft, like that put on display for this story is just so perfect. And I really
Yeah.
respect that about him. Like everything is I don't want to say like accuracy because obviously this didn't happen, but like for the time period, the
Yeah.
sets, the costume design, it's just so like perfect.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
really respect that about his filmmaking technique. I
Yeah.
will say though, I don't think it's as good as the original Frankenstein. That probably will be a hot take, I guess, but there I do have some issues with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
What did you think, Joe?
I actually really liked it. I mean, I've never read the book, but I've from what I've seen and heard online is that it's a lot more accurate to the book. Like I know the blind man, like he wasn't in the original one, if I'm correct, right?
No, I don't think he was, but there's like some sort of character that's similar to him. But yeah,
Yeah.
he's not actually in it.
And like you said, like Guillermo's attention to detail, like it's this like gothic horrors kind of set in this gothic horror type of world, and like the costumes and the buildings that they're in, and like Frankenstein's lab is just all, you know, and even like the castle, they built miniatures for that. Like he really is like a person he loves his craft, and he's very big in like he's very anti AI and a lot of the
Yeah.
stuff that he does, which I'm a big fan of. Um, and also just we didn't really get to talk about the performances yet, but I thought everybody was great. I mean, you know, I've Oscar Isaac's fantastic. Mia Goth was great. I like how they made her play Victor's mother as well, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah.
Um, and then I honestly really like Jacob Elordi. Like it was, I mean, obviously I feel like especially in the beginning, it's a lot more of like a physical performance because like he has to obviously learn to speak and whatnot. But I thought he nailed it. He did a great job, and then like him by the end is like a completely like changed kind of the way he acts and talks, like a lot more like man-like, I guess, than like
Hmm.
creature-like. I also really like the design. It's a little like unorthodox, I'd say, for a Frankenstein. But I thought it was really unique. I liked it, and there was certain little details that I liked about it. Like I know I pointed this out to you. Like he has like the white streak in the long hair, like kind of like the bride does, and
Hmm.
like I don't know. And even the action scenes were great. Like I really loved like that scene where he's just like wailing on the fucking soldiers, dude.
Yeah.
Doesn't he like punch a guy's jaw in and shit? Like
Yeah. He has like crazy strength. He has that healing
yeah.
ability.
Is the
Um,
healing that's new, right? I don't think that's like a
I mean, it must be from the book. I doubt they would just like make that up, but that
yeah
wasn't in the original because there wasn't as much kind of action and moments
action,
like
yeah.
that. But
But
I,
and
I
I like. I'm
yeah,
sorry, continue.
no, no, you're fine. I like
Um,
Lordy. I think he did a great job. I
yeah.
do think though that Frankenstein works better as like a beast, more grotesque. I don't really love the
Mhm.
handsome Frankenstein thing because it just
Yeah.
made like a lot of Frankenstein and what he's supposed to represent is you're looking at this creature that's ugly and horrible and this and that, and you think he's a monster. He's like scary, and you're scared of him. But then eventually you feel bad for him because you realize he's innocent. But you never sort of get that like fear or like disgust from him because he's just so handsome. He's like a tall, handsome,
It's,
jacked guy.
yeah.
So it just doesn't really work as well, in my opinion, because he has to be that creature that you fear. Not that you
Yeah.
shouldn't be attracted to him, in my opinion.
Well, no, I understand that, but I feel like he's definitely. I mean, yeah, his face is handsome, but he also has like pale white skin and like scars all over his body. It's not like he's like
Dude,
wearing
he's
a
handsome.
tux.
He's handsome.
I mean,
That's and
yeah,
honestly, I think because just Jacob Elordi in general, he's like a traditionally handsome person. He has like
yeah.
a very pronounced jawline. He has like the chiseled features on his face. Not like who was originally gonna play him was Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield,
I
yeah,
think he would have looked a lot different. I think they would have went with the more not that Andrew Garfield's ugly, but he's obviously attractive as well, but he
Yeah,
doesn't have that same sort of like traditional handsome chiseled features. Cuz think about if he was in that makeup, I don't think he would have looked as handsome. I think they might have went with a more of a
grotesque.
I don't want to say grotesque, but more of a traditional looking monster.
Yeah, yeah,
And you
that's
can't
fair.
it's hard to beat Boris Karloff's performance, you
Yeah,
know. So, but I
yeah,
do think Elordi was really good.
yeah. I
I
definitely think
just
it's like a
yeah.
more of a different like a different interpretation of Frankenstein than like the traditional, like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he has like moments of like humanity and like innocence in the original one, but he's definitely more of like a creature, like he has like like, the like, what does he have? Like the nuts in his neck and
Yeah.
stuff. And like, just, yeah,
I like that, but I understand. Like I like both. I just like that better. I think
yeah,
that works a little better. So
yeah.
did you see it in the theater? Yeah, right?
Yeah, I did actually see it in theaters, which I was very happy I did. Not in
Yeah.
IMAX though, unfortunately, but I was very happy I saw it in the theater. Like, I like the score a lot. Like, I don't know, it was just it felt like a movie like that was meant to be in theaters. And I'm happy they did at least release it. Netflix has been getting better with that,
Yeah.
but still very limited. Like you had to see it in New York. Like I don't think it was a lot of other places.
Yeah, I mean it was obviously in California. They tried to put it in a lot of places. I don't think New York got an IMAX of it though, sadly.
No, yeah,
Because Netflix and AMC are beefing. They came to a deal currently to like I think release K-pop Demon Hunters on
yeah,
Halloween. They released it or re-released it, whatever.
yeah. Made
But
like fucking $30 million.
yeah,
It's crazy.
they were beefing apparently, so that's why it never got the release. But honestly, it's like such a miss because this Halloween nothing came out. Halloween was on a Friday and nothing came out that weekend.
This was, like, the worst box office year for October in, like, a really either ever or, like, a very long time.
Like Halloween was on a Friday. Something should have came out that weekend. I guess
I mean,
people are scared that like, oh, people aren't gonna go to the movies because like it's Halloween. They're gonna be out trick
I
or
feel like
treating.
people would go, like, I don't
They should have done a normal release for Frankenstein. I think it would have
yeah,
made like a lot of money. It had like a lot of talk online about it. It has a good
yeah,
cast and it got good reviews. I mean, and it's during Halloween season. Like they should have
yeah.
just done a traditional rollout. But I'm sure Guillermo probably wanted that. But
Oh, yeah, yeah,
um, yeah, I
but
unfortunately did not get to see it in theaters. I had to watch it on Netflix, and I think that definitely like lessened my experience because
yeah,
I did
I agree.
enjoy it, but just seeing some of the shots, I was like, wow, this probably would look fire in like 35
Yeah,
millimeter on the
yeah,
screen, you know. But it is what it is, you know.
yeah.
We'll see if it ever comes back. But
What did you think of Mia Goth's performance?
Mia Goth was good. She plays two roles. One of them, like you mentioned, is the mother, and she's not really
Mhm.
in it that much.
Yeah,
But she was fine. She didn't blow me away or anything. I thought she was pretty well cast, but I think
yeah.
the standouts are definitely Elordi and Oscar Isaac was also
Oscar
really
Isaac,
good. I know I was looking at some of the behind the scenes for the movie, and Guillermo said he tried to make Oscar Isaac's Dr. Frankenstein less like a mad scientist and more like a rock star. He said so.
yeah, I
He
saw
told
that.
Oscar Isaac to act like David Bowie in some of his scenes, which when you
Yeah,
hear it, it kind of makes sense the way he
yeah,
acts and looks. He is kind of like
yeah,
he's not like a traditional nerdy or like secluded kind of scientist guy. He's very expressive and
impressive, yeah.
yeah, I also think Christoph Waltz's character is very good.
Yeah, I
I
was
don't
gonna mention him as
he's
well,
like the
yeah.
benefactor guy. I don't think he was in the original either. There is a
No, he's
lot of
never.
stuff added because the original was only like 70 minutes, I think. This was like
Yeah,
two and a half
sure,
hours.
yeah.
So they definitely
Um
added a lot, but
I know also I watched another interview with Oscar Isaac, and he said he took a lot of inspiration from Prince in his performance, which I thought was really cool.
yeah.
Um, and yeah, I mean, they definitely needed to add some more to the story. I also like that it's told kind of in first you get the like Victor side, and then you get the monster side as well, which I think is really cool. And I
Yeah, I
think it's
like
like
the narration aspect of it right
yeah,
from the beginning.
and I think it's like it's the script is like very well written. There's a lot of lines that like I feel like are very quotable and things like that, and I don't know, I thought it was very smart, the script.
That's fair. So
Yeah.
it reminded me a lot of Crimson Peak. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, no, I've seen Crimson Peak.
So
Very similar vibes, honestly.
yeah, yeah. I was
Yeah,
just wanted to mention that because that's another Guillermo.
yeah,
Um, so also Guillermo del Toro said that he thinks that he loves the Frankenstein story. Apparently, he has like a giant like huge
Huge Frankenstein in his
Frankenstein
house.
head in his house. It's like seven
Yeah.
feet tall. Um, but he says that he thinks the theme of the story of the Frankenstein story is about failed parenthood and generational trauma. So it's kind of like how, because of how Dr. Frankenstein was treated when he was a
Mhm.
kid, when he has like his own child, that
Yeah.
trauma like gets passed on to the creature and how he treats
Yep.
it, which I can understand. I don't know if that's what I think of with the Frankenstein story, but it definitely makes sense for this movie.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like a lot of, for me, it's probably like, don't mess with nature. Like, don't try to play God or you'll suffer the
I f
consequences kind of thing.
I feel like it's like, I don't know, it's I take it as like humans are the monsters, and, like, he's a product of, like, everything around him, like, the way people treat him and the way obviously with, with the how the scientist treats him and stuff like that,
Yeah. Do you
but,
have a favorite scene?
I mean, honestly, I really did like the ending scene. It's like a callback to the sunlight. Remember when he wakes up and then he's like he stands in the sun like that, and then the
Yeah.
last shot of him is like in the polar part, like just standing in the sun like that. Shot a lot. Um, I mean, like I said, the action sequence with in the beginning with the sailors, and also like the trans like not transformation, but like when the scene where he actually gets like the
The Awakening.
the awakening, yeah. Like
Yeah.
that metal chess piece is sick, and it's just like I don't know, the music swelling and stuff.
Yeah. I liked, also, sorry, I'm just moving stuff around on my
You're good.
desktop. Um, I really like all the scenes of him with like the blind man too.
Yeah,
Just like that whole sequence, how he kind of like teaches him everything he knows and teaches him to read and goes through it. And he's like doesn't judge the monster because he can't see him,
see him, yeah,
even though like he's tall and handsome, so he probably wouldn't judge him. But yeah, I just like that. I like that character a lot, and I like their relationship. And then the tragic ending where he ends up dying, and it makes the monster kind of bug out a little bit, kill all those
yeah.
wolves or those
He skins
hounds.
a wolf.
Yeah. Um, that whole story with like the that town and how he becomes like, I forgot what they call him, but he's some sort of like creature of legend, and he would come in and just like do
Oh,
things during the night,
the
and
spirit of
then
the forest or something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that?
and they would like
Yeah,
leave him gifts and stuff. I thought that was
yeah.
that was like a just a nice little thing.
Not yeah. Yeah.
Um, I do think the movie's a little bit long. I definitely enjoyed all of it, but the original is 70
Yeah.
minutes and it still got
What
the
is it,
job
2.5
done.
hours?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, 150 minutes I just saw.
Yeah,
So yeah, 2.5 hours.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's really good still. Favorite character for me is the monster.
yeah, I agree. It's
I
my
keep
favorite
wanting,
performance.
yeah, I keep wanting to call him Frankenstein, but that's not
It's
him.
not I mean,
Wait,
technically you can because it's his son, but still.
yeah, what were you gonna say?
No, I agree. The monster is my favorite character as well.
Were you gonna say it's your favorite performance of the year?
Oh, no, no.
Uh,
Of the no, of the movie, yeah. I mean, it's good. It's not like I don't know.
yeah, we got to start thinking about Oscars soon. It's
Yeah.
the year's ending.
Honestly, I feel like it's a weak year.
It is very weak. I
Yeah.
just recently added like a bunch of stuff to my watch list of movies that I have to watch from this year that are gonna get like Oscar buzz. So I'm gonna have to go through that. But
I feel like the only 2 that, like, I actually think will get, like, um, Marty Supreme, I think is gonna be, like, a very big, like, Oscar movie, and then there's another one I was thinking of.
FNAF
Oh,
2,
well, yeah. Hamnet, right?
yeah,
Hamlet?
Hamnet. That's
Hamnet,
supposed,
did you see the trailer?
yes, it's supposed to be
It
really
looks
good.
really good. Yeah,
Yeah,
like, it looks like very yeah.
yeah. My girlfriend's very excited about that one. She was like, "We have
Yeah.
to get tickets." I looked on. They're actually doing a Q&A with Chloe Zhao and Paul Mescal, but it sold out before I could get
Oh,
tickets.
word. That's sick.
Otherwise, that would have been cool.
Is this her
Yeah.
first movie since, Eternals?
I I think so. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's her follow-up to Eternals. It's kind
Kinda
of funny.
crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
Then she goes from Eternals and then I mean, this is a shot at I know everyone's saying, Jessie Buckley, that's her name?
Yeah.
She's, like, gonna be shoo-in for f
Lead
lead actress.
actress.
Yeah.
She's got a shot. Yeah. Um yeah, wait, let's get our ratings
Yeah.
for Frankenstein. And
Right.
then I do want to talk about that list I made for the Oscar movies for
Yeah.
this year. But
Yeah.
yeah, we could rate it. Would you give it?
So I gave it 4 stars, so an 8 out of 10. I did like, this was my most anticipated movie of the year, I'd say, and I wasn't disappointed. I really did enjoy it. There's a lot to take away from it, like, the set pieces, the music, the performances. Like, I just genuinely enjoyed it, and I do think that not being in the theater definitely plays a factor in, like, how much you enjoy it. Because I don't know, there's, like, big epic, like, scenes with, like, I don't know. But, yeah, 8 out of 10, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm on the same wavelength as you there. I also gave it a 4 stars, 8 out of 10. And I actually didn't catch it in the theater. But something you
Yeah.
just said actually reminded me of what I thought when I was watching it was it does feel epic. It feels like this
Yeah.
big movie, like this huge journey. And that is something that I probably would have liked better if I did see it on the big screen. But
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
even watching it in my living room, it's still well, I do happen to have like a pretty nice TV, so it wasn't like horrible. I'm not like watching it
yeah,
on a little thing. But yeah, the cinematography was great. I love Guillermo del Toro's set design, how he does his costumes. Like we talked about his attention to detail in everything he does in terms of
yeah,
like visually what you're looking at. Um, and yeah, just some great performances. And the Frankenstein story is famous for a reason. It's a very important story in our
yeah.
and it's something that it's a story that's relevant even
Even
today,
today,
kind of
yeah.
thing. So yeah, it's a great movie. Definitely, it's on Netflix. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely
Yeah,
watch it.
definitely watch it,
But
yeah.